On behalf of the Wappinger Central School District Board of Education and the District Office senior staff, I would like to welcome all of you to the Wappinger Central School District, John Jay Senior High School, and the 2025 State of the County Address by our County Executive, Sue Serino. Please note that the emergency exits are in the back and the sides of the auditorium, and I would ask that you please silence your cell phones. Thank you. As we begin our program this evening, many of our state and federal representatives are in session today and have sent members of their staff in their place. Please stand to be recognized to those individuals here representing our federal and state agencies when your name is announced. And I would ask if you would please hold your applause until everyone is announced. Damian Garcia, representing United States Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Brandon Gonzalez, representing United States Congressman Pat Ryan. Elizabeth Tavares, representing New York State Senator Michelle Hinchey. New York State Senator Robert Rollison. Representing Assemblymember Dee Dee Barrett, Nicholas Becker. New York State Assemblymember A.J. Bepan. Please give them a round of applause. And please stand. We have many of our Dutchess County elected officials in attendance this evening. I would again ask if you would please hold your applause until all are announced. District Attorney Anthony Parisi, County Clerk Brad Kendall, County Controller Dan Aymar Blair, Dutchess County Sheriff Kirk Emperati, Family Court Judge the Honorable Tracy McKenzie, Family Court Judge the Honorable Denise Watson, and Surrogate Court Judge the Honorable Michael Hayes. Please give them a round of applause. In addition to the individuals just announced, we also are joined by many of our county supervisors and mayors from throughout the county, as well as members of the local judiciary. I would ask them if they would all please stand and please give them a round of applause. I would like to thank County Executive Serino for the opportunity to host this event this evening. I've been very fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with County Executive and former New York State Senator Serino for many years. She has always proven to be a champion for our schools, our children, our families, and our community. I would like to thank her for her unwavering and continued support of our schools, our children, and our families, both in Albany and right here in Dutchess County. Thank you, County Executive Serino. At this time, I would ask you to please rise if you are able, as Dutchess County Sheriff Kirk Emperati leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for our national anthem as well as this evening's invocation. Sheriff Emperati.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I would like to introduce one of our students that we are extremely proud of here at John Jay High School, our senior Ava Dvorak, who will perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ava. Well done. I would ask that you please remain standing for this evening's invocation offered by the Reverend Dr. Edward Hunt of Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. Dr. Hunt?
Let us pray. Dear God, we come before you from many faith communities, but each one believing that you are there, dear God. We pray that you would watch over us and that you would keep us. We pray that you would allow your spirit to dwell richly with our county executive and all those who have been selected to serve throughout this community. Dear God, bless their families and keep our community safe. Guard us with your love and your guidance. We pray this prayer according to our faith and tradition. We can all say together, Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Please be seated and welcome the Evergreen chapter of Sweet Adelines International performing God Bless the USA. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Roy C. Ketchum High School Step Team. Come on up!
We are the Step Team! We are the Step Team!
Thank you, Roy C. Ketchum High School Step Team. Another round of applause, please. Excellent work. It is now my pleasure to introduce John Jay High School student Sophia Huglia. Sophia, come on up, please.
Good evening, everyone. Before I introduce our County Executive, Sue Serino, I would like to tell you a little about myself. My name is Sophia Puglia, and I'm a junior here at John Jay. I hold officer positions in numerous clubs, including our student government, Future Business Leaders of America, and the Renaissance Club. These leadership roles put me in the perfect position to meet the county executive. For years, I had desired to meet her, and was finally given the opportunity at a recent Renaissance Club Heroes Night. Because I took a chance and introduced myself, I was granted the honor of being here tonight. But this honor is not just an example of my confidence or ability to speak to strangers. It is an example of women supporting and inspiring one another. Women have been doing this for decades. For example, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott, who wrote the Declaration of Sentiments in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848. They fought for women's suffrage, which they eventually gained decades later. But their efforts would not have been possible without women coming together to support and inspire each other. Sue Serino has done an amazing job at doing just that. She is a role model for young women in our community, not only because she is a woman in power, but because she has had the fire to fight to get to where she is and become a servant to the people of our community. Because of her and women like her, I hope to do the same. Although I do not strive to hold a career in politics, my true dream is to become a nurse, so that I can take my love for both science and people and live a life not only for the happiness of myself, but for the happiness of others. I plan on doing this in the footsteps of my own family role models. My grandmother, who came here from Portugal in 1968, and my mother, who navigated the world as a first-generation American. And to women like Sue Serino, who have paved the way for women in all fields to do what they love. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our Dutchess County Executive, Sue Serino.
Wow, what wonderful entertainment tonight. And Sophia, thank you so much. And Ava, what a great way to start the night, right? Oops, sorry guys, my book's not in order. And it's really nice to see so many of you here tonight. Good evening, and thank you for all of you being here tonight. And I'm so excited to be here with you to reflect on the past year and look ahead to the future of Dutchess County. You know, as we talk about the state of Dutchess County, I am really proud to say that the state of our county is resilient, hopeful, and full of opportunity. Before we would begin, I'd like to thank Dr. Dwight Bonk and Mr. Kay for hosting us here at John Jay High School. As a proud John Jay alum, it means so much to be here with all of you tonight, and to our wonderful school board too. So thank you. And thank you to East Fishkill Supervisor Nick D'Alessandro for hosting us in your great town. I'd also like to recognize the incredible work of the America Recycles Day Art Challenge winners who brought their artwork here to John Jay to showcase their creativity and passion for the environment. Their work really is a true testament to the power of young people to inspire change and to make a difference. And thank you to Ava and Sheriff Kirkin Parati, Reverend Dr. Hunt, the Evergreen Chorus, the RCK High School STEP team for playing such an important role in tonight's event. And of course, thank you to Sophia for that incredibly kind introduction. It's so inspiring to see young people like you and your classmates in the Renaissance Club who are so dedicated to their community and future. I know that our future is in good hands with students like you, and I wish you all the best as you embark on your nursing career. And I have to say, I met Ava and Sophia the same night when I came here when you were hosting our first responders. That was an amazing night, and I love it when I see young people pay tribute to those that protect us each and every day, and those of the veterans that have served, so thank you. I also want to say a special thank you to all of the elected officials that are here with us tonight, but especially my fellow county electeds. Sheriff Kirkin Parati, District Attorney Anthony Parisi, Comptroller Dan Amar Blair, Clerk Brad Kendall, Legislature Chairman Will Truitt, and all the members of the County Legislature for their partnership. I truly appreciate it. And to my family, my husband Mark, my son Anthony and Kayla were going to be here tonight, but they have the same cold. I gave it to them over the weekend, unfortunately. And then, of course, my mom, Lois. But thank you for giving me the support and the patience to do this job. Tonight is really more than policies and programs. It's about people. Because at the heart of every decision that we make, every dollar that we invest, every initiative that we launch, there is a life that we are striving to improve. As we look back I'm proud of the progress that we've made together. We reorganized the Department of Behavioral and Community Health, separating it into health, mental health, and Veterans Affairs to bring focus to these important areas and better meet the needs of our community. We earned the highest New York Climate Smart Community Silver certification, reflecting on our ongoing commitment to environment, sustainability, and resilience. We expanded mental health resources, launched new programs for our seniors, and ramped up our outreach with events like the Skilled Trades Fair, Women's Networking Event, and Breast Cancer Awareness Day. And we're seeing great results, right? That's what counts. Public transit had its highest ridership ever last year, with over 880,000 rides. Our OCIS team ranked in the top 10 in the Digital Counties survey, and our Department of Emergency Response became the first in the Mid-Hudson region to be accredited by New York State. These are all great wins, and none of this would have been possible without the hard work of our county employees. We're in a strong fiscal financial position today, thanks to Dutchess County's history of making smart, responsible choices. These choices have put us in a position to weather the uncertainty that we're seeing at the federal level without compromising the important programs and services that our neighbors rely on. In fact, just last week, Standard & Poor's confirmed Dutchess County's AA+ bond rating, the highest for any county in New York State. That's huge. Thank you. This rating reflects our solid financial performance and conservative fiscal planning. And we will continue to make decisions that are centered around the taxpayer. We crafted our first budget with that same approach I brought to my small business, and you can trust that county government is working hard to manage your tax dollars responsibly. I'm so proud that our 2025 budget continues the tradition of fiscal responsibility, cutting the property tax rate for the 10th year, while ensuring that there were 0 layoffs within county government. We're continuing to carefully monitor our finances and make strategic investments in our community to ensure Dutchess County remains a great place to live and thrive while always keeping your interest at heart. So thank you. So for those of you that were with us last year, I just have to give you a giggle. Last year, we had 8,100 words, if you remember that speech. That was a lot. I don't think I do that in a week. So that was the bad news. The good news is, this is, I think, less than 7,000 words, so. But every time you applaud, I get to take a sip of water, so thank you. So, thanks, cheers. You know, I have to say, over the past year, I've learned so much as county executive. Nothing brings me more joy than being home here in Dutchess County, seeing the change firsthand and watching how county government touches the lives of our residents, and being home here at John Jay High School. Thank you. But we have the power to do even more, and I'm confident that we will. With this momentum, we're turning our focus to new initiatives and continuing to build on the progress we've made. And I'm excited to share our vision for the year ahead with all of you tonight. As we roll out exciting new initiatives, we're looking out for every part of our community, especially those who helped shape Dutchess County into what it is today. Our seniors are a huge part of that, and it's so important that they have the support they need to stay active, connected, and live the lives they deserve. This year, we're expanding programs to help our seniors continue to thrive in our community. We're creating the Office for the Aging Ambassador position. It's a role that's designed to serve as a bridge between our seniors, their families, and the wealth of programs and services offered by the Office for the Aging. This position will be out in the community connecting with seniors and their families to ensure they know exactly what's available to them and how to access it, because that's always part of the challenge. It's all about ensuring our seniors feel seen and heard, and that they're supported in every way possible. That's also why I am so excited to announce our Older Adults Skills Fair, putting your skills back to work, because we all care about empowering our older adults to continue using their wealth of experience, wisdom, and knowledge to make a difference. You know, through the years, I'd have seniors come into when I was in the Senate office to say, you know, I still want to work. What can I do? And right, Lydia, and that gave me the idea to put something like this together, because we've always done it for our high schools, seniors, right, all ages, but it's nice to do it for our seniors too. So it'll be very interesting. I hope you all come. We've also been busy making sure that our seniors stay connected to their community in more tangible ways. We hosted close to 4,000 seniors at our summer picnics, where we came together to celebrate, share meals, and connect with each other, and sing. The legislature sang, I lip sang. But it was a lot of fun, and they really enjoy it. We've also visited and are enhancing our friendship centers, providing spaces for social interaction, and also provided almost 2,000 trips through GoGo Grandparent so that they can attend doctor's appointments and so much more. But it's not just about physical connection. It's about providing support when it's needed. We know that some seniors face the challenging issue of hoarding. I've learned so much about that, and it's a tough one to talk about. Our hoarding task force that includes the Department of Mental Health, Family Services, the Office for the Aging, and others is here to provide much needed support. This year, we're going to offer family trainings on how best to intervene in these situations. It really is a difficult topic, but it's one we need to address, and we're taking steps to do so with compassion and care. Just as we're committed to supporting our seniors, we can't forget the veterans who served our country and helped protect the freedoms we enjoy each and every day. So if you're a veteran and you can stand up, please, so we can acknowledge you. Thank you. You know, our veterans have sacrificed so much, and it's our responsibility to ensure that they have the resources and the respect that they deserve. This year, we're continuing to honor and support our local veterans in ways that make a real impact in their lives. In April, we will host our first Honor a Veteran ceremony, where we will celebrate the life and legacy of Vietnam veteran and First Lieutenant Andrew Doro. These ceremonies are a chance to pause and reflect on the sacrifices made to honor the heroes who walked among us and to ensure that their memory lives on in the heart of our community. You know, I've been to a few of those ceremonies. They do them in Columbia County and Rensselaer County, and it truly is amazing. So I'm hoping that you can join us with these. And I know, Adam, thank you so much for your help, and Victor, I really appreciate it. We recognize that many of our veterans may not always know where to turn for help. That's why our Veteran One Stop continues to serve as a central hub for veterans to access benefits, services, and support. So they connect veterans with healthcare options or helping navigate housing or financial assistance. The One Stop is dedicated to making sure that veterans or their surviving spouses, and that's key here, can find the answers that they need in one place. And this is truly an amazing story. You know, one of our senior picnics last year, a woman came up to our Veterans Affairs team. She had lost her husband, a veteran, and had been struggling to make ends meet. Our team asked her a simple question. Have you ever looked into VA benefits? She hadn't, because she didn't think she was qualified. But after sitting down with our team, she applied for the benefits that she was entitled to, and now she's receiving $1,600 more every single month. That extra income changed her life. It gave her financial security and peace of mind. And that's why we're creating a new veterans outreach position to make sure that even more veterans and their families get connected to the support they deserve. This new role is going to focus on expanding our direct outreach, going into the community, meeting veterans where they are, and ensuring that they know what's available to them. We've also recently launched a new transportation initiative, Go Veterans, which is already making a real difference in the lives of our veterans. This program ensures veterans have access to the transportation to get to appointments, events, and community gatherings, making sure they don't face the isolation that so many experience. The truth is, the lives we touch, especially the lives of those who have sacrificed so much for us, are what make our community truly special. Every veteran is a part of our community, and we will continue to honor their contributions by giving them the care, respect, and recognition they deserve. We also recognize the bravery and dedication of those who serve us every day right here at home, our EMS professionals, firefighters, law enforcement officers, and public safety dispatchers. Whether it's a fire, a medical emergency, or an accident, they are the ones who rush in to help without hesitation. Their jobs are unpredictable, and the stakes are incredibly high. But despite the challenges, they answer the call every single day. That's why public safety remains one of our top priorities. Over the past year, we've made significant strides to ensure our first responders have the resources they need to do their jobs safely and effectively. Last year, we strengthened support for our first responders by enhancing crisis management and building resiliency through training. We focused on mental health, launched proactive cancer education, and coordinated responses to critical incidents, all at zero cost to the county. I know that'll make our comptroller happy. One of the most important steps we took so far this year was the introduction of supplemental EMS coverage, which started on January 1st, making sure that every corner of Dutchess County is covered and every call is answered. We've been hearing great feedback, and our dedicated team at the Department of Emergency Response is constantly monitoring these units to ensure they are utilized in the most effective way. Through our regional collaboration, we'll continue to work hand in hand with our municipal partners to make sure that we're all aligned and working together for the benefit of every resident. This year's regional meetings start this month, allowing us to evaluate our progress and make sure that together we're delivering the best possible service to every community. And do we have our law enforcement, first responders, our EMS guys? Are you guys here? Do you want to stand and be recognized? Please. Thank you. Our Fly Car grant program awarded nearly $200,000 to fire departments, rescue squads, and ambulance corps to purchase new equipment, like a Lucas chest compression device that will help them deliver a more consistent quality of care in emergencies, while also adding a recruitment message to the vehicles. We're also taking a closer look at our EMS data to find ways to prevent future incidents and keep our neighbors safe. We know that falls are a major concern, particularly among seniors, and many calls are for lift assist where no transport is needed. However, national data shows that half of these calls will result in another one within just 2 weeks. That's why we're working closely with our EMS providers to introduce a simple but important step, leaving behind fall prevention resources from our Office for the Aging whenever EMTs respond to a fall or lift assist call. We'll train EMS providers to be familiar with these resources, helping them make that vital connection to OFA. Then our team will follow up with the seniors to connect them to the services they need, whether it's a home safety assessment, mobility strengthening, or even home-delivered meals. This is all about helping our seniors stay safe, healthy, and independent in their own homes for as long as possible, because we know how important that is. But it's not just about systems and processes. It's about the people behind the uniforms. EMTs and paramedics are on the front lines, and their work is often the difference between life and death. These first responders are not just healthcare providers. They are our lifelines in critical moments, whether it's providing CPR in a cardiac arrest, stopping bleeding in an accident, or stabilizing someone in need of emergency care. They are the ones that keep us going when everything seems uncertain. We're launching the Paramedic Academy alongside Dutchess Community College, a new initiative to... Thank you. This new initiative is designed to provide a full-service path for students who want to take their EMS careers to the next level. We've talked with students in the EMT program at DCC, and we've heard their feedback. They want more opportunities to advance and the support they need to do it. They want to be the best at what they do, and we're here to make that happen. Through the Paramedic Academy, we're eliminating some of the barriers in the way through scholarships, stipends, and specialized training to ensure these future paramedics are well prepared and celebrated for choosing this life-saving career. We're also focused on public awareness, and we've recently launched our educational campaign, EMS Matters, Essential Care, Saving Lives. Many people do not realize the crucial role that EMS plays in keeping us safe, and we want to change that. This campaign will also focus on educating the public about when it's appropriate to call 911 and when other medical options might be better suited. It's important that we all understand how to use EMS resources effectively and avoid unnecessary calls, like for a sunburn. They get calls for sunburns that can strain our first responders and healthcare system. From the very beginning, I've made it clear that EMS is a priority. And let me tell you, we're just getting started. We'll continue to build on this momentum and strengthen the support of our first responders. They were prepared for me. But it's important to remember that safety comes in many forms. Public safety means protecting our neighbors from immediate threats and ensuring they're safeguarded against hidden dangers. We're also working to protect our residents from risks that can leave them vulnerable in ways that they may not always see coming. We're committed to fraud prevention, working alongside our district attorney, sheriff, and comptroller to protect our residents from scams. While we often think of fraud as a financial issue, it is just as much a safety concern as it can leave people vulnerable and in need of help. Scammers are becoming more sophisticated, and even the most informed individuals can fall victim. And this is kind of crazy, but recently my own mom, Lois, nearly fell for a scam. She received a call claiming my son, Anthony, had been arrested and needed bail money immediately. And she called me in a panic that she believed that was my son on the phone. And I talk to her about these kind of calls all the time. So how scary is that she almost fell for it? But thank God I did talk to her, because she called me and found out that it was a scam. And that's why it's so important for us to go out there and talk to the public and let them know. We've also made great progress with the Analysis and Real-Time Crime Intelligence Center, thanks to the leadership of Sheriff Kirk Imparati, District Attorney Anthony Parisi, and I see DEA Mike Brady here, and Sheriff, Steve, I always say your title wrong. Sheriff, no, what's your title? Lieutenant Steve Riveri, I should know that, I'm sorry. You guys, they were the driving force behind this, and thank God they took it on. This is all about making sure our law enforcement agencies have the tools that they need to respond quickly and effectively to threats. Thanks to county funding and additional support from Congressman Ryan's office, the Real-Time Crime Center is now up and running, and it's already making a difference. With over 70 flock cameras deployed throughout the county and a unified platform that allows us to monitor real-time incidents and share intelligence, we're improving how we respond to emergencies and keeping our community safer. This initiative is strengthening our partnerships and making it easier for law enforcement to work together in real time. And also think about having this on the schools. How important is that for public safety too? The opioid crisis continues to devastate families and communities, claiming lives at an alarming rate. You know, between 2019 and 2023, nearly 500 lives were lost to fatal overdoses just in Dutchess County. While we've seen a nearly 50% decline in overdose deaths in the past year, even one loss is too many. We must remain relentless in our efforts to fight this epidemic. In partnership with local EMS providers, we're expanding our response by distributing Narcan leave-behind kits to individuals who have survived an overdose, ensuring they and their loved ones have the tools needed to prevent another. And this isn't just about harm reduction. It's a critical intervention that gives people a second chance at a path toward recovery. But prevention alone isn't enough. That's why we're continuing to support and strengthening our Drug Task Force, a collaborative effort between law enforcement agencies across Dutchess County, led by our district attorney and sheriff, to get deadly narcotics, including fentanyl, off of our streets. Yes, that's huge. the task force is not only focused on the large-scale drug operations, but also on the dealers who knowingly distribute lethal substances in our own communities. So through strategic investigations, undercover operations, and intelligence sharing, we are identifying and dismantling the networks that profit from addiction and devastation. Additionally, we're working to ensure that those who need treatment are connected to the right resources. So we aren't just punishing the crime, we're working towards solutions. The fight against the opioid crisis requires a multi-pronged approach, and we will not stop until our families, our children, and our communities are safe from the grip of addiction. As we focus on the safety and well-being of our community, it's crucial that we continue to provide the support and resources needed for those struggling with mental health issues. This is an issue that is deeply personal to me. And over the last year, we've made great strides in improving mental health services in Dutchess County. But we know that there's so much more still to be done. Time and again, I can't tell you how many times, I hear from parents who are desperate for help, who don't know where to turn when their child is struggling, some as young as 5 years old. They feel lost in the system, unsure of what resources are available, or even how to access them. No family should have to navigate this alone. One of the most exciting initiatives we're working on is the Children's Community Residence, CCR, which could provide much needed mental health services for our youth. This is an area that I am so passionate about because we know that for children struggling with mental health challenges, having a safe, supportive place to heal and grow is critical. We're in discussions with the Children's Home of Poughkeepsie, and Walter is here. Thank you. And also the New York State Office for Mental Health about the potential of bringing a CCR program to our community, ensuring that our kids have a place where they can receive the support they need. This effort would aim to provide a safe space for healing with access to education, family involvement, and emotional care, giving kids a better chance to succeed in life. We are also partnering with Family Services to establish much-needed children's mental health services in Northern Dutchess. With $250,000, we're making an important investment in our children's well-being, ensuring that young people in this region have access to the care that they deserve. We're also investing over $200,000 to support the expansion of mental health services for adults with a new location in Northern Dutchess. This will ensure that more residents in this area have access to critical resources no matter where they live. Thank you. That was something that we heard, that Northern Dutchess needed services, and we acted upon it, so thank you. And we've also partnered with Access Supports for Living to open a new mental health urgent care center in Poughkeepsie. This center provides walk-in services and ensures that individuals can access mental health professionals and prescribers without the wait. The goal is to provide rapid care and ensure that anyone in need of mental health services can get connected with the resources they need quickly. Whether it's someone experiencing anxiety, depression, or a crisis, we want to make sure that help is available. And we're not stopping there. Our stabilization center continues to be a vital resource for anyone in crisis, providing a safe space for individuals to receive support when they need it most. In 2024, we saw a record number of guests at the center, including a significant number of youth under the age of 18. This is a powerful reminder of the need for accessible mental health services for all age groups. Thank you, Steve. I see you back there. Thank you. We're also expanding the mobile health unit, the MHU, taking both physical and mental health on the road, directly into our communities. This mobile outreach team, made up of healthcare professionals and mental health experts, will have a permanent schedule in all regions of our county, whether it's providing basic health screenings or helping people access mental health support. The MHU ensures that care is available wherever it's needed most, right in the heart of our neighborhoods. And one of the most important parts of our approach to mental health is community education. We are launching a 988 helpline education campaign to ensure that residents know they can reach out for help to helpline. That's a free, confidential resource for anyone in mental health distress. Dutchess County serves as the call center for the entire region, and we are continuously praised by New York State for the quality of care and support that we provide. Along with all of these efforts, we've seen the amazing work being done by the Empowerment Center, which provides recovery coach services to individuals struggling with substance use. In 2024, over 200 unique individuals found support and connections to treatments, housing, and recovery programs. The Empowerment Center serves as a safe space, offering low-barrier resources where individuals can simply drop in for support from peers, and we're incredibly proud of the impact it's making on our community. And at the end of the day, mental health is not just about treatment. It's about prevention, support, and community. It's about creating a world where people feel safe enough to talk about their struggles, where they know that help is available, and where they are supported in their journey toward healing. The lives we touch through our mental health initiatives are immeasurable, and we are committed to doing everything we can to ensure that every person in Dutchess County has access to the care that they deserve. We also know that mental health and financial stability are closely linked. When people are struggling to make ends meet, it affects every aspect of their lives, physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's why ensuring that our residents have access to affordable resources is a top priority. This includes everything from housing to essential services, and of course, childcare. For many families, affordable, accessible childcare is one of the biggest hurdles they face. Parents too often find themselves competing for a spot, or often forced to plan months or even years in advance just to secure care for their child. There's long waiting lists are the norm, leaving many parents scrambling for options or forced to make difficult decisions about work and family life. That's why we must make it a goal to increase the number of child care slots available in Dutchess County. And I know this firsthand. When I was a single mom, and you'll see that, the picture, that's my son Anthony, many years ago. And this little girl, Allie, was a child that I babysat. Just a few years ago, I was at a party that Paula was having, and she came up to me and she said, "You took care of me for a few years," and it was so nice to see the young woman that she's become. So I opened up my own in-home childcare business so I could actually care for my son Anthony while helping other families, which I did for a few years. I understand how difficult it can be to find childcare, but I also know the difference that a safe, nurturing, home-based provider can make for working parents. We're establishing a new in-home childcare grant program to help individuals take that first step, whether it's making safety upgrades to their home, purchasing learning materials, or covering licensing costs. These small home-based providers are the backbone of our childcare system, and we want to help them succeed. That's why we're also developing a training program to help provide technical support for smaller childcare providers through a partnership with the Mid-Hudson Discovery Museum, who's here tonight too, Day One Early Learning Center community, and the Child Care Council of Dutchess and Putnam County. This program will give informal child care providers the opportunity to actually experience hands-on learning at the museum, helping them integrate educational activities into their own settings. We're partnering with Dutchess County Workforce Investment Board and the Child Care Coalition, the first of its kind in New York State, to offer free babysitting classes to teenagers and young adults. These classes will give young people the opportunity to gain valuable experience and skills while encouraging them to pursue childcare as a rewarding career path. Workforce retention and recruitment remain top priorities for Dutchess County, and we know that supporting our county employees goes beyond salaries and benefits. It's about meeting their needs so they can thrive both at work and home. That's why we're launching an exploratory committee to look into the possibility of forming a public-private partnership to expand child care access for county employees. We understand that finding reliable child care is one of the biggest challenges working parents face, and we want to explore how we can make it easier for our employees to balance work and family life. This could help improve attendance rates, reduce stress, and make positions more attractive to potential employees who might otherwise face difficulty juggling family responsibilities. The committee will evaluate potential locations, the cost, and operational logistics to determine if this is a feasible solution to create more slots for our workforce. More pages. Housing is a key part of creating a stable foundation for families. A safe, secure home is where it all begins. It's a place of security, stability, and opportunity. We all know that the need for affordable housing is greater than ever, and it's something I take to heart. I've heard the stories of families struggling to find a safe, affordable place to live and how it affects their lives. Whether it's large-scale projects or smaller, community-based developments, we know that both are necessary to meet the growing demand. Just recently, the Woods at Pauling, supported through our home program, was completed, adding 80 new units in eastern Dutchess County. Our partnership with Habitat for Humanity created a new single-family home in Northeast, and we're especially excited to see the first project funded by our Housing Trust Fund come to life, a 3-unit building in Poughkeepsie that soon will be home to individuals and families. Construction is also underway for 2 Cross Street in Beacon, which will bring 18 new units to the area. And we're continuing community engagement around the redevelopment of the Schatz Brownfield in the town of Poughkeepsie, which is expected to add 250 units. That's huge. This year, we're launching another round of applications for the Housing Trust Fund, but this time we're prioritizing smaller projects, especially in our more rural communities. These projects will blend into the character of the communities they serve while providing critically needed housing options. You know, we talk about accessory dwelling units or ADUs. They're another tool to help address the housing shortage. We applaud the 8 local municipalities who, in partnership with Hudson River Housing, have successfully secured funding through New York State ADU +1 program. Together with the Department of Planning and Development and the Department of Health, we'll work with these communities to make sure we're meeting the needs of each area while maintaining high public health and safety standards. Local community efforts like this, when combined with the county's work, are important steps in expanding housing options for our neighbors. But we know the challenge doesn't stop with just building more homes. It's the infrastructure that supports these homes, things people don't typically like to talk about: sewer and water systems, a Lester Johnson Insurance from WWA, and roads. It's just as important. We need to make sure our communities have the right infrastructure in place to handle the growing demand. That's why we're launching a project to inventory and map existing water and sewer infrastructure so we can identify the best areas for growth, ensuring that we're building homes where people can truly thrive and not just survive. We need to think creatively and, oh, you know I'm speaking too much, and strategically about how to grow our housing stock in a way that makes sense for the future, so that everyone in Dutchess County has a place to call home. Keeping people in their homes is just as important as creating new ones. That's why we're expanding our senior owner-occupied rehab program to all income qualified homeowners, thanks to a $225,000 grant from New York State Affordable Housing Corporation. This means more neighbors will have access to the help they need to make critical, healthy, and safety repairs to their homes. Could be a grab bar, it could be a stairwell to get up in and out of their homes. It's a variety of things, and it's a great opportunity. And it really isn't just about fixing homes. It's about keeping people safe, preventing displacement, and ensuring that homes we already have remain livable and secure for years to come. You know, by helping homeowners stay in their homes, we're also addressing the larger housing shortage by making sure that our existing housing stock remains available for those who need it. Yet we also know there are people in our community facing obstacles that make the dream of permanent housing feel out of reach, and emergency housing is the only option. Every person's story is unique, and we're here to help guide them through their journey. Last year, our Department of Community and Family Services began intensive case management services for those housed at the pods, our emergency shelter in Poughkeepsie, and the impact has been incredible. It's great when you hear these stories. So recently, an 18-year-old found himself homeless after his family moved out of the state without him. Thanks to our case management team and community partners, we were able to secure transitional housing and support for him. And another woman came to the shelter and she was struggling with addiction. And our case manager worked tirelessly to help her get the treatment bed and then drove her to the facility where she's getting the help she needs. You know, and after years of homelessness, a neighbor worked with our team to reconnect with family, and we were able to help reunite her with her loved ones in West Virginia. And last month, a neighbor arrived at the pods and immediately engaged with our case management team to create a detailed living plan. Working together with his case manager, he found employment and successfully navigated the rental market to secure his own apartment. And these stories remind me of why we do this work. It's not just about providing shelter. It's about helping people find stability and hope. As we continue to work toward a permanent emergency housing support center at Oakley Street, we will continue to provide this extensive case management, helping people overcome their challenges and find their way to permanent housing. I'd like to recognize my good friend and City of Poughkeepsie Mayor Yvonne Flowers for a moment. Well, absolutely. I took her by surprise. But earlier this morning, I'm so excited, New York State announced that the City of Poughkeepsie won the regional competition for the downtown. Downtown Revitalization Initiative, and they're receiving $10 million to facilitate transformational mixed-use and public-private infrastructure projects. I can't begin to tell you how much of a big win this is for the city and for Dutchess County, and I couldn't be more excited about the potential it holds for the future of our community. So please, once again, join me in congratulating our mayor, Ron Flowers. We're getting there. Our small businesses are the heart of our local economy, and we've recently launched our Small Business Roundtables to provide a space for business owners to connect, share challenges, and access resources to help them grow and succeed. Our first two roundtables in the Village of Millerton and the Arlington Business District were huge successes, and we're excited to continue offering this opportunity for collaboration and support. You know, as a former business owner myself, I understand the challenges that entrepreneurs face. You know, whether it's navigating regulations, that's what got me involved in this crazy world of politics, finding the right talent, or getting the resources that they need to grow. Small businesses need a strong support network. These forums are all about coming together to find solutions to the hurdles we face and to learn how the county can actually be a partner in these efforts. Workforce development is also at the forefront of our economic agenda. We understand that creating opportunities for people to find meaningful, well-paying jobs is a crucial part of building a stronger community. That's why we're focused on creating pathways for young people to enter in high-demand fields. Our trades fair, including our most recent event at Arlington High School, has offered thousands of students a chance to connect with local employers in the skilled trades. These fairs not only give students the opportunity to explore careers they might not have considered, but they also help fill critical gaps in industries that are vital to our economy. We've also launched our CDL training program within the Department of Public Works, which allows people to earn their CDL licenses while getting real work experience in public service. You know, 8 people have been enrolled in this program since March of 2024, and 7 have already completed the program and earned their CDL licenses, and they've quickly become valuable members of our team. These programs are essential to creating a workforce that is both skilled and ready to meet the challenges of today's economy. So thank you. And also I want to tell you, because I don't know if I mentioned it in here, but in May, we're going to have our trades event in Wappingers at Ketchum High School, where I started them, and it's very exciting. And I know BOCES, I don't know if our new superintendent is still here, Jody, but they're having theirs on April 30th, and we're going to partner with them too. Very important to us. Thank you. And to the school board, because they're the ones that prompted me to do this in the beginning. Think Differently, which celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, continues. Yep, it continues to positively impact our most vulnerable friends and neighbors. Through our new Think Accessible initiative, we'll be able to recognize businesses and municipalities that are committed to accessibility and inclusion for all. It's not just about meeting legal requirements. It's about making sure that everyone, regardless of their abilities, can access the services, spaces, and opportunities that they need to succeed. To celebrate our 10-year milestone, we're excited to announce that the application portal is officially open for businesses and municipalities to apply for the Think Accessible certification. Those who earn this recognition can proudly display a window decal and will be featured on our Think Differently website. And that's going to be a great thing too, and that, once again, can be as simple as a grab bar so somebody can get into a business, or a, oh my gosh, not thinking of the word, a ramp, there we go, to get in if you have a wheelchair, and that's how that came to me through Lisa from Taconic Resources. And so as we grow to work our local economy and create opportunities for businesses to succeed, we also recognize the vital role that agriculture plays in Dutchess County. Our farmers not only contribute to our economy, but also help preserve the beauty and character of our community. This year, we're focusing on strengthening our local food system and supporting farmers in a way that makes their work sustainable and impactful for future generations. One of the key initiatives we're working on is addressing food security. Our county has made great strides ensuring that fresh, locally grown food is accessible to everyone, especially those who are struggling with food insecurity. We're continuing to work with our Food Security Council, thank you Renee, thank you, and your team, to connect farmers with food pantries, which we have 65 in Dutchess County, to local schools and other community organizations that provide food to those in need. To further strengthen our efforts, we're working with a consultant on a comprehensive food system assessment to identify opportunities for improvement and enhanced food access, sustainability, and economic development. Additionally, we're rolling out a new initiative to purchase a refrigerated box truck to rescue over 100,000 pounds of food annually from farms and deliver it to food pantries across the county. This will help reduce waste and ensure surplus food reaches those in need. And since 1999, our Partnership for Manageable Growth, PMG, program has helped preserve over 5,000 acres of vital farmland, keeping it available for agricultural rather than development. This is a critical effort to keep our county's agricultural heritage alive for future generations, while also preserving the character of our rural communities. As we look to the future, we recognize that many of the farmers in our community are nearing retirement, and that finding the next generations of farmers is a key challenge. That's why we're focused on helping connect younger, aspiring farmers with the resources and support they need to succeed. Through our new Connecting Farmers initiative, or as Greg likes to call it, eFarmony, we're matching retiring farmers with young people, veterans, and others who are interested in continuing farming on protected land, ensuring that Dutchess County's agricultural legacy continues. We want our young people to learn not only where their food comes from, but how to grow it themselves. Through our new youth gardening grant, we'll help schools, municipalities, recreation programs, and nonprofit established gardens where kids will work alongside local farmers to learn hands-on skills that will last a lifetime. By partnering with our Ag Navigator, we'll connect communities with farmers, teaching youth how to plant, grow, and harvest their own food, and even more importantly, how to give back by donating part of what they grow to local food pantries. Agriculture is a cornerstone of Dutchess County, and through this initiative, we'll introduce youth to the many career opportunities that exist in farming and food production, helping them see agriculture as a pathway to opportunity, all while strengthening our local food system and community. Our youth are the future of not only Dutchess County's agricultural, but of our entire community. This year, we're focused on providing the support and resources that help our young people thrive and become the leaders of tomorrow. You know, one of the most exciting initiatives is the U Drop-In Center Grants, which provides up to $75,000 in funding to support the creation of safe, supportive services, safe spaces for young people to come together. These centers will provide resources like academic support, mentoring, job readiness programs, and mental health services. More importantly, they will give young people a place to connect, learn, and grow outside of school hours. In addition to providing physical spaces, we're also working on increasing opportunities for after-school programming. We know how important it is for kids to have structured activities after school to keep them engaged and safe. By evaluating current opportunities, we aim to ensure that every child has access to enriching activities to help them build life skills, gain confidence, and form lasting relationships. Only a few more. We're also focused on empowering young people to make a positive impact in their own communities. Through the Youth and Police Initiative, we are expanding our efforts to change the dynamic between youth and law enforcement. This program creates opportunities for young people to build trust with police officers through training, mentorship, and shared community service projects. I've seen the impact this program makes firsthand. It's amazing. By fostering understanding and collaboration, we're not only improving the relationships between law enforcement and youth, but we are also encouraging young people to become leaders in their communities. This program teaches important life skills like teamwork, communication, and conflict resolution, all while giving youth the opportunity to make a real difference in the lives of others. We also know that having access to outdoor spaces to play and explore is just as important to a child's well-being as structured programming. When families told us they wanted a new playground at Bowden Park, we listened. We gathered feedback, took your input seriously, and later this spring, we'll be installing a brand new playground at Bowden Park. This new play space will give kids a safe, in that same spirit, we're expanding our efforts to combat Lyme and tick-borne disease to ensure that everyone who enjoys our outdoor spaces can do that safely. I know I had just had Senator Roxanne Prasad text me the other day because she was talking about ticks, and they called me the tick lady up there in Albany. But we are committed to raising awareness about tick safety, and this spring we'll be introducing new tick safety signage at county parks, helping residents understand the risks and how to stay protected alongside the Tick Task Force. That's a great thing. Good information. We're also raising awareness about the dangers of tobacco and vaping, and I'm sure everybody in education understands this, right? As part of the Jules Settlement Plan, we're launching a video competition for high school students to spread the message. We believe young people can be the most powerful advocates for change, and this competition will empower them to take charge of their health. Additionally, we're dramatically expanding our early education efforts to teach kids the risks of smoking and vaping before they reach middle or high school. We need to get to them when they're young. Ultimately, our goal is simple: to ensure that every young person in Dutchess County has the support they need to grow, succeed, and contribute to our community. When young people are empowered, supported, and given the tools they need to succeed, they create stronger, more vibrant communities for everyone. You know, as we look ahead, I'm really filled with hope for the future of Dutchess County. The work we've done this past year is just the beginning, and the path we're on is one that leads towards a stronger community for all of us. Together, we've made great, incredible strides, but there's still much more to do, and I know we can accomplish even more in the year ahead. The work we do is all about people. It's the lives we touch every day, whether it's supporting our seniors, empowering our youth, or providing opportunities for families and businesses to thrive. Every initiative we've launched is centered on creating a community where everyone can succeed. None of this would would be possible without the dedication and hard work of the employees of Dutchess County government and the department heads who lead them. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to making a real difference in the lives of our residents. You are the heart of our county, and your tireless efforts are what make this community a better place for all. So will our department heads and employees stand up? Thank you. And I also cannot do this without our Dutchess County Legislature, so thank you to each and every one of you, too. You know, as we move forward, let's continue. No, actually, I should have all the legislators stand up, too. Stand up, guys. They're almost done. So as we move forward, let's continue to work together. And it is about working together, where everyone in Dutchess County feels supported, they feel valued and empowered. Thank you for all of your support. I look forward to working with all of you, because I know everything that we can achieve by working together. And I also just want to say a quick thank you to Stacy and Kelsey from Taconic Resources for Independence. Thank you for being here tonight. So thank you, each and every one of you. Thank you to my Wappingers team, John Jay, Dr. Bonk, Mr. K, everybody.